Yo, what's up, diggity dogs? Give me a high five! In the last episode, we ranked the characters of Ruby. I'm looking. Oh yeah, here's my phone. And today we're going to be doing a ranking of another show that I like, She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. For those unaware, it's a reboot of the cartoon from like the 1980s, and trust me, the old one was, the original She-Ra from the 80s, it was quite a hilariously dated show. Not just for not in a problematic way, just like in how like cheesy it was, and the exact same problem with any other 80s cartoon.
And now back to Captain Action Figure and his paramilitary pals.
Tommy, we're lost. Oh no! I better contact Captain Action Figure with my special signal ring, made with action plastic for high impact fun. Whoa!
I'm here, Timmy. Lucky for you, you had your Captain Action Figure signal ring.
Gosh, Captain, how can I get one of these rings?
Your mommy will buy it for you, Tommy. If she loves you.
But in any event, this show, it's very clearly trying to be the next Avatar, but like every cartoon is trying to be the next Avatar. This show, genuinely seems to understand why it was so good. The power trio trying to fight an evil empire, while the hero is like a reincarnation of like a powerful dynasty, and a princess, and a. Come on, we all know the show was like trying to be the next Avatar, but anyway, here, there are a few Ditto images here. Gotta get rid of those. You know what? Let's just get started. Natosa, she was a Natosa and Spinnerella. They were a solid couple. Even if they didn't really have much of a kingdom, they were really very supportive members of the thing. This seems like to be the most solid piece of LGBT rep in the story, isn't bogged down by Cachadora with a bunch of problematic stuff, abuse tropes. Because as we all know, abuse is perfectly fine when it's as long as men aren't the one abusing, then it's perfectly fine, I guess. That was a joke. That was sarcasm. Abuse is wrong regardless of what your gender is. But yeah, these were a solid couple all the way through the story, and very glad Noelle Stevenson, Nate, but they transitioned, gotta respect that. The current producer of She-Ra, whatever their current identity is, they were a great creator of the show. And Natosa was pretty chill. The Star Children, they were pretty average. I feel like they were a good piece of world building. I feel like on the one hand, they're human aliens. They're which on the one hand, it can add to most writers are human. It can add to a certain style of fantasy universe. But on the other hand, it really doesn't use the full potential of a sci-fi universe, so they're just going to go in average, and I really feel like the cosmic scale of this story wasn't really put to good use. That guy, what was his name again? Just a second. Oh yeah, Kyle. Of course he has a boring name like Kyle, so for having a boring name, he's going to average. I feel like this guy is just supposed to be like the average Joe for the Horde soldier. On the one hand, it does show how dangerous the Horde is, but on the other hand, it's they're trying to sell the narrative that the supporters of fascism are either brainwashed or ignorant to what it really means. They were brainwashed, but they knew darn well what was going on. So There, guy. That guy goes into average. But on the other hand, he managed to escape his brainwashers and live out in the Red Desert, so good for him. Angela. Okay, she was a good character. She really seems to be a very nuanced portrayal of like the big good queen leader trope. I mean, like, she's not too cliche, she's not like a twist villain, she's just a genuinely good mom and a genuinely good character, so gonna put her in good. And she has a good heroic sacrifice, a good flashback with King Micah, good relationship with Glimmer, who we'll get to. So she goes into the good territory. And Trapped, okay, this is the first, yeah, and I'm just putting her in great. I mean, the purple-haired dweeb, I love that trope. Loved it in Equestria Girls, loved it in Neo the World Ends With You, loved it in Doki Doki Literature Club, and I love that trope here. Trapped is second best girl. You guys already know who best girl is. A great relationship with Hordak, great autism representation. As someone who, I mean, I don't have a diagnosis yet, but I'm very much not mentally stable, so great, very relatable character. Double Trouble, I really love the neutral. Okay, one of my favorite tropes is like the plot grenade chaos character with absolutely no alignment whatsoever, just trying to ruin people's campaign. Linear, the line of someone's campaign. So they go into the great territory, and yes, I did say great, and they're also green. Actually, yeah, like I said, I have to take, but sadly I have to take off points because they're green.
Green is not a creative color.
And sadly, looks like they're playing the best cards. I don't know. I forget who that is. Someone tell me later. Right, yep. So anyway. And now we come to my favorite character in the show, Glimmer. Like, I mean, apart from the absolute obvious reason why she's number one, I really love her character arc. She goes from this adorable, introverted, awkward leader for the rebellion, has some development. Then she loses her mom, becomes a much more fearsome ruler. Then she then, as we all know, pride comes before the fall. And she finally takes up her place as both great leader for the rebellion against the Horde, just a great three-dimensional character, adorable character, and very much and easily the most compelling character in the series thus far. I mean, overall. So yes, Glimmer earns her place in the Ahoy territory. Shadow Weaver, this was a good villain. And really, like, I mean, like, characters that use darkness as their power I always love that trope. Really like how they manage to use like illusions and stuff like that. And I really like how she's the kind of villain that tries to play both sides at once, which is always an epic trope. Like, always like an interesting trope, the manipulator. And I feel like, and I like that they gave her one final moment of humanity before the end. So she earns her place in the good territory. Catra, I'm sorry, this character was just garbage. She was just a straight up abuser, gaslighting, aggression, trying to kill She-Ra until, like, right until the end of season 5. Everyone called her abusive, like one of the most unlikable characters in the show, and she was willing to willingly collaborate with Emperor Pastyface, so she earns her place in the garbage territory. Oh wait, bad, garbage, and the whole landfill. So, and as you know, I'm Like, I feel like she's a bad character, but not garbage, and the whole landfill is very much an honor I reserve only for the is an honor I reserve only for the best. Hey, another Ditto. King Mika. Okay, this guy was a great character. Loved how he was like shrouded in mystery until they find him on the H.P. Lovecraft Island. Except without all the racism, like it would have been called the H.P. Lovecraft Island, but there wasn't enough racism, so it's just Beast Island. So this guy goes into King Mika goes into the Great Territory. Very sad that Angela died before they could reunite, and like that he was taken from Glimbo so early. But glad he could finally reunite. And he's also voiced by Daniel Day Kim, and where he gives a much better performance than in Raya and the Last Dragon. So he earns his place in the Great Territory. Okay, and next we have the Deep.
You think this is fun? You think water's supposed to be fun? You try swimming in the Mariana Trench, you little fucking idiots. Yeah, not so fun now. No, it's dark and it's cold. And you're so alone.
Yep, the Deep is one of the better characters in the show. I like her snarker personality, interesting design, and good. I mean, she's very clearly just an homage to the waterbending in Avatar, and also Aquaman, and but still, she manages to be a decently badass character, and has some funny moments, like with their D&D game. But anyway, as another fish-themed villain, she once again reinforces the theme of freeing the fishes.
Well, Jimmy, what are you doing?
Be free, BB Chunks, be free!
Let me stop it! What are you doing?
Daddy, I was just letting all the goldfishes go instead of eating them like you do. Be free, BB Chunks, be free!
And now we get to the main character herself, Adora. I like how she's sort of like a deconstruction. She's a great character. She's a deconstruction and a reconstruction at the same time of the, what was it? The, like, just like the chosen one hero. I mean, they show how, like, dangerous that would be, like, being following the precursors, like, just how, like, and trying to escape from the indoctrination of the evil empire. Really like fleshed out character, really like earns her place climbing to the rank of the She-Ra, attaining godlike power, and finally saving Etheria. Really shows like that's the power of such a spiritual presence, and shows what me being like a champion is, like without giving into arrogance. So just a great character. Light Hope, average. I feel like she just felt like on the one hand, she's like the helpful AI character, but then she just goes all 343 Guilty Spark. Yeah, that's basically who she was, 343 Guilty Spark from Halo Reach. Hey look, another Ditto. And another Ditto. And another... Mara. To be honest, like, I feel like on the one hand, she was a good character, complete with good character art, really serves as, like, showing, like, how even back in the day, the Evil Empire, there were genuinely good people, willing to use the power of the She-Ra for good, and I liked how devoted she was to her mission. But on the other hand, I really feel like they missed out. Like, this is easily this is a much worse design for the character of Mara, which and is vastly inferior to the original design. It was a penis. It was a giant fucking penis. And I had an excuse to reset the music, so let's continue. What was this character's name again? It was like, Peekaboo, that name brings me back memories to the days of like the Pokemon rumors back when that was the name of Marrow, basically, yeah, the Water Pikachu ripoff. But like this character, they didn't have enough of the role of having impact, so they're just going into average. And now we get, you know what, I'm just gonna say it, I am a huge lover of just villains in general. So now we get to the big bad of the series himself, Horde Prime. I mean, on the one hand, this guy is just completely despicable, he's fascist, narcissistic, tries to destroy everything that isn't him, mind rape, brainwashes people, literally creates an army of clones of himself, and just the sheer scale of his villainy for a kid's cartoon. Really, like, a really good exemplification of the horrors of fascism, show it, like, just, like, put it... I mean, easily one of the most compelling DreamWorks villains there is, on the sheer scale of his villainy. And also a great sci-fi villain. Like, I mean, he's another villain like like the alien overlord flying around in a gigantic spaceship, randomly blowing shit up. So he's earned his place in the Ahoy character category, and is one of the best DreamWorks villains of all time, with perhaps one rival for that title.
Thank you. Titan has freed us.
Oh, I wouldn't say free. More like under new management.
Now we get to Wrong Hordak. This guy was just adorkable, so going from like a brainwashed minion to actually being a helpful ally and not a jackass anymore. Like, wake up, sheeple of Shibuya! So yeah, this guy is just a good character. We all love this guy for being a dependable guy, not gonna use that slur. I mean, even if he is a clone of Emperor Pastyface, he was still a compelling character. You know what, there is perhaps one character that can rival Glimmer for the title of Ahoy, and that is Lord Hordak. Okay, this is easily the he is very much tied for Glimmer as the most compelling character in the story. He starts out as a generic, mysterious, evil overlord, but then we learn that he was actually disabled and was cast out because of it, and willingly fought using his technological prowess to rebuild himself, and found a morale pet in the form of Entrapta before facing off against starting out as the incredibly handsome criminal genius and master of all villainy Hordak before and evil overlord before finding Entrapta and managing to overcome even the villainous the brainwashing of Emperor Pastyface to go completely to throw him into the main reactor shaft. Before getting, thanks to She-Ra, overcoming his possession and living happily with Entrapta. Easily one of the most heartwarming stories in the entirety of the show. Earned his place in the Ahoy territory. Also, this guy, there is such a thing, if you think I like this guy, there's such a thing as love to hate. And not just a hateable character. Madame Raz, on the one hand, like, she's like the wacky, like, seer living in the woods. But on the other hand, she's like, I love that trope, so she's just a good character. Helps guide the characters back on their spiritual journey, so very good character. She-Ra, we already talked about her. Scorponok, good character. I'm just gonna put this in a good character. She was very much the. On the one hand, she's basically just okay, great, because she's basically just Mr. Krabs. Hey, Sponge Boy Bebop! I have found myself in the reboot of an 80s cartoon, but they're not using it to make money. So yeah, Scorponok, great character. Really shows that good example of a redeemed villain and humanizing the enemy. And like shows like the complicated politics of the enemy faction, not just like a bunch of evil goons. And I like how they built up her being just like a mindless minion in the original cartoon to being a genuinely good character. But my only problem is that she's went on to voice the main character of that show, Chicago Party Aunt. That's like basically everything, the most generic adult cartoon imaginable. And I think I was actually meant to put her in good. General Plumeria. She was just a good character. I feel like she was just like generic, like plant. I feel like the Green Thumb character, and they were like a very nurturing person. Like that's just like, I mean, power stereotypes in general. Having the oh yeah, the gardener was like very nurturing. The power person with super speed was hyperactive. The person with super strength is a dumber muscle. Who would have thunk? But I mean, this is just a good character. Like she has the same level of nuance as everyone else. So there she is. Shadow Beast, okay, on the one hand I'm gonna put that in good because it's a genuinely cool design, like the ghost leopard or whatever it is. And I like how she was a sort of counterpart to Swiftwind, which is good. Regilio, I thought that was his name. He doesn't have any speaking dialogue, but that just makes him awesome. And glad he found a nice retreat with the other guys from the Horde in the Red Desert. Bo's wait, is Bo on? Oh, there he is. Don't worry, guys. Bo's dad's okay. They were good characters, and it's the gay couple as the characters as side parents of like gay parents side characters trope. But it's good enough for now. I mean, this show did walk so the Owl House could fly. Fly! Fly like the wind. Fly like the wind. They were good and really like three-dimensional, being accepting of their son while still wanting him to stay safe and follow their legacy, so good characters. Oh yeah, hey look, it's that pathetic guy Kyle from earlier. So it goes there. Mara, that's still Mara. I trapped it. Why didn't you guys tell me there were all these redos? God damn it, there's Frosty, Freezy, Freeze, great. On the one hand, her design is literally just the Water Tribe design, but on the other hand, really like the Little Miss Badass trope, managing to take on the leadership role at such a young age, and is a great character. And on the other hand, like, she's yet another I really feel like she should have made a lot more ice puns, like, what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! That movie was criminally underrated, and this isn't the only time there would be a short East Asian hero in a giant fur coat using ice powers to fight off against an evil empire, wink wink. It's a reference to Miraculous The Phoenix Rises, the fanfic that none of my viewers goddamn read. It's an awesome fanfic. Imp. Good. He's like the good, like, shoulder minion, I guess. Why didn't you guys tell me there was another repeat? That character, Huntara, decently badass, I'll just say good character. She had a few tough moments, like as the leader of the desert war tribe. Always love that trope, so just gonna put that in good. Cast a spell. I feel Glimmer's auntie. On the one hand, I feel kind of mixed on this character. On the one hand, she is a genuinely good, like, mother figure to and mentor figure to Glimmer and the rest of the Horde. Has a good rivalry with Shadow Weaver. But yep, and so she would be a great character. But then there you realize who she's voiced by and a certain other Drek that she has the same voice actor as. So she just goes into the average tier. Lonnie, so I really have the same thoughts as her with Kyle and Regilio or whatever his name was. Just being average, I mean not as good as Regilio. And I just realized how much he looks like Dorohedoro from Dorohedoro. Remember that anime, Dorohedoro, about the guy, Dorohedoro, with the lizard head who has to find his identity? Swiftwind, I mean, the mighty steed of war! The war stallion! Great character, I mean, they're an alicorn, which is awesome. I think they're an alicorn, I forget. But I like how they have an ironically, like, masculine voice, and they're willing to question the fact that they still live in a hereditary monarchy. But on the other hand, it's a good. On the one hand, with their hereditary monarchy, they do develop a better system of government without collaborating with the CIA to stop some guy from using their technology to help colonize people, fight against oppression. Squid Game, good. They were I think they were just like another like mini boss that showed up. The Pixie Girl, on the one hand, I feel like kind of split on her because she wasn't really an actual character. She was a spy the whole time. And yep, and do you know who that was financing them? So I'm just gonna put this in average because they weren't even an actual character, just like another identity for the spy. The purple Dorohedoro guy, average, just another boss battle that showed up. And because he's non-human, he was treated with less sympathy, like all of these shows. Emily, this character was helpful. It was like a cute robot sidekick, but doesn't have the same level of personality as it likes to say, grr. So just average. Light Spinner, on the one, I feel like it's the same as Shadow Weaver, but on the other hand, like I like the Mortal Kombat design, like the story, had a very compelling story of her fall from grace, like getting fed up with the bureaucrats over time, trying to take matters into her own hands, so just good. Just like Shadow Weaver. Bo, I'm going to be honest, this guy is just a good character. I mean, if you go on TV tropes, you'll quickly see he's the only one that doesn't have his own character page, which speaks volumes. I mean, he is a good character, but on the other hand, I really feel like he was out of focus compared to She-Ra, and, well, the lead. I feel like he was just like comparatively speaking, like, I mean, really wish he had, like, he is a good character, being nice, being supportive, being the balance between the two of them. But I really feel like he didn't have his own, like, arc thing. Like, I mean, like, tie into, like, the central arc, like that She-Ra being She-Ra and Glimmer being the leader. And he was just the shot of bow and arrow. He's basically just Hawkeye. And And finally we get to Seahawk. And no, that is not, as far as I'm concerned, that's not the name of a sports team. So this guy was a great character. He has a fabulous mustache. He's a sea captain. Yarg! And he had a great romance with the Deep. And and the only thing that stops him from, I feel like he was trying to be like the bombastic character that everyone was supposed to like. The only thing that stops him from being holy is that his voice actor was in that Hemorrhoid Weasel movie from earlier this year. So he can't. So he's stuck here. So there it is. My rankings for all of the characters, like the stupid freaking doubles, and all of the characters on She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Thank you for watching, guys. See you next time.